Hello, everybody. We are Kino Arlen, and you are right now in La Pajarraca Radio and the Blast from the Past, and of course in Noise in Radio Fredrikstad.
Radio Fredrikstad in Norway.
So it's a pleasure for us to having you, Ronnie Romero, Chileans from Chile. From Chile, I speak Norwegian and English. I'm sorry. From Chile. Oh, it's a pleasure for us to having you. How are you?
Fine, thank you very much for having me here.
That's nice to having you, and it's a lot of information maybe to asking you, but we have to be a little more resume everything, But
Right.
Ronnie, you are from Chile, as we say, and you are Latino, as me, from Mexico, and it's not so easy sometimes to be Latin person and to be a part of the metal business, or more you have success in this industry. How is for you to start this career, and how you start your career as a musician or as a singer?
Well, actually, for me, it was very easy from the beginning because I grew up in a family of musicians. All my family, they are musicians. So since a very early age, I was always surrounded by instruments and music all around. So yeah. But then I discovered that I can sing hard rock and heavy metal music when I was around 14 years old. We put
14.
it a band together with a schoolmate, and we started to play Deep Purple and Hendrix, Creedence, and many other great bands. And suddenly I decided that that's the music I like, and actually the music that really fit my vocals. So it was really easy
Super.
for me. Obviously, as you say, as a South American, and especially in Chile at that time, I'm talking about late 90s. There were not many opportunities. Still now, heavy metal and rock music is still kind of a little bit underground kind of music. The most popular music is in different styles. So actually, my real chances came when I moved to Spain in 2009.
Okay.
Um, Obviously, in Europe you have more infrastructure, and
Right.
that is a kind of a different approach for making rock and heavy metal. So yeah, everything started there in Madrid.
Super.
So your family supported you when you were younger to play heavy metal?
Well, especially my father, rest in peace. I think it was one of the reasons that I kept doing music. It was a hard worker. We were a humble family, but he was always supporting me when we put this band together with my schoolmates, and we started to go at the age of 16, more or less. We started to go to pubs to play on the weekends. He was the guy who was putting the track to carry the instruments and helping with the loading and waiting for us outside, and taking us everybody's back home in the early morning after the show. So yeah, he really loved that I continue to making music, because he was a musician. Actually, he was a singer. And my older brother, he was a drummer also, but then suddenly he developed his life and his career in a different way. So I was the
Mm.
guy uh, who was kept the torch of the music. So my father was very proud of that.
So your
So
brother,
so
sorry.
so your father, well, you have your private roadie.
I would say he was everything. He was our agent. He was the driver. He was the roadie. Sometimes he was the sound
Everything.
engineer. Yeah, yeah. He was security guy. He was everything. Yeah.
And your brother don't work with you? As you say, he's a musician too?
No, no, we never worked together.
Mhm.
He used to play the drums, and he was playing in a the Police cover band.
Oh,
Oh,
super. Cool.
But then he started to work in his career. He has a aeronautic degree, so obviously that requires a lot of time. And then he got married and he got kids, and then suddenly he just abandoned the drums. So
Right.
did you singing in English when you were younger too, or did you wait till you
Spanish.
moved?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Because actually the music we were covering, and then the music I was listening since I was a kid, it was all those great bands like Deep Purple, Zeppelin, Hendrix,
Mm.
Stevie Ray Vaughan, The Beatles, Creedence, all those great classic rock bands.
That's cool. So now you live in you lived in Spain, as you say. Right now you are living in Romania, I think.
Yeah, yeah,
And as you say, you've been part of these success bands like Rainbow,
yeah,
like Michael Schenker Group. Right now, I think is the last one you have. Corleone, Vanderbilt, Sunstorm, and many more.
yeah.
For you, how was the first opportunity you had for started in one of these kind of cool bands? Because as we say, maybe for you it was so easier, as you say, because you used to play metal music when you was very young and moved to Europe.
Yeah, yeah. When I moved to Spain, I was playing in some bands, but nothing professional. Just hanging on the weekends in the rehearsal
Right.
room. So playing, small clubs or pubs, with some friends, with some bars also. And then suddenly I
Right.
remember, yeah, I put it rainbow cover band in Madrid,
Mhm.
and then we started to play some festivals. And because it was not very common in Spain at that time that the people was covering like all the catalog of Rainbow, like
Mm.
all the albums and all the singers.
Mhm.
um so yeah, we started to play, and suddenly one of those videos on YouTube was one of the videos that Richie Blackmore saw, and he decided to call me to reunite this, to make this
That's
Rainbow
good.
reunion of 2016. So I would say that everything professionally started with Rainbow. Yeah.
And for you was maybe when you think you get this phone call or email, I don't know, you was a little surprised that, yeah, right, it's Rainbow, or you really
Yeah,
it
yeah.
was
Two things
real.
happen. Yeah, it happens in two different ways. I remember because the first thing I got, it was an empty email.
Okay.
Thank
There was a yeah there was an email from Richie Blackmore, but there was nothing written on it. And so then late, like a couple of minutes after, I got a message on Twitter at that time. Now it's X, but it was Twitter at that time. I got a message from Candice, Richie's wife, and she said, "Listen, I'm Richie Blackmore's wife. Richie's trying to send you an email, but he's always fighting with the technology, you know." So yeah, but at the beginning, obviously, I couldn't believe it. I thought it was a hidden camera or something like that, because
Right, right.
I was playing in this Rainbow cover band, and it was exactly that moment. And to get an email from Richie Blackmore, it was pretty weird.
So maybe it's
And
a friend
hard to
sent to
believe.
me as
And
a joke.
also, yeah, and also because at that time I didn't speak English at all. It was
Mm.
there
Oh,
was no, yeah, nothing. So when I spoke to them by email, and then the manager calls me, I couldn't really completely understand what they were talking about. So what I thought it was, first of all, I thought that they were just kind of greeting me because of this Rainbow cover band. And
Mm.
then secondly, I thought maybe they want to record a song, or they want me to do the backing vocals or something like that. That's what I thought.
Right.
And it took me a couple of weeks to realize what was really happening. Yeah.
Cool. And after this is coming a lot of great things for you, right?
Yeah, obviously. I mean, once you are a rainbow singer, all the doors open really easily,
Of
and
course.
and obviously other musicians, they start to put an eye on you and your work, and everybody wants to work with you.
how did
Super.
you end up in Bulgaria?
Sorry,
How did you end up in Bulgaria?
in Bulgaria, in Romania.
No,
Um,
Romania, I mean.
So
yeah,
yeah.
Sorry.
yeah. My wife is Romanian, so yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I was living in Madrid when we met, and then I decided to move here. So anywhere that is an airport is okay for me.
The same. I'm from Mexico. I moved to Norway because of him. So
All right, yeah. So you understand, yeah. When
yes,
love calls, there's nothing that you can do.
right. And you have to learn the language. It is very difficult. Maybe I don't know in your case. or
Not really, because it's a Latin-based
okay?
language. It's a Romance language. It has a lot of Spanish and Italian also, so it's not that complicated. But anyways, I'm living here since 5 years, so yeah,
Oh,
I needed to learn the hard way, and
that's how it is.
yeah, but it's not. It's not right now. It's okay. Yeah.
Cool. Okay, your first solo album, Raised on Radio, is
Yep.
coming out in 2022. Do you think it was a turning point for your musical career?
Well, it was a kind of a first step, you know. I didn't take it seriously in the way that I thought it was just a covers album, you know. At that time, I was playing I was still talking with Richie about to make some shows because it was right after the pandemic. We're
Mm-hmm.
supposed to do a tour on 2020, but because of the pandemic and the COVID, they needed to stop everything. And then we're supposed to do another tour that never happens. And I
Right.
was working with Michael Schenker at that time also, and I did just an album with Vandenberg a year after that, before that, sorry. And the record label, I remember they were chasing me for a few years, telling me that I should try to do something like a solo stuff. And at that time, I was not really convinced. I always thought that when a singer goes to make a solo album is because of two reasons. One is because he's tired of doing anything else, especially the mother band, and
Right.
yeah, and secondly, because that many years happens on his career, so it was not any of those was my case. um so that's why I decided to do a covers album, because I say,
Right.
okay, this is going to be something lighter, it's not like a proper solo album, but
Right.
I can play some covers, the music that I love and I was listening since I was a kid.
Mm.
And actually, everybody received the album pretty well, so that's why we did it a second one with more
Pretty
heavy
cool
songs.
album, actually.
Yeah.
Very good music you made. Make.
You have some plans to come to Norway?
Yeah, probably. I think we have a festival already booked for next year. I don't know exactly where, but if I remember correct, actually we did a show recently with Gas G, but I don't remember exactly where it was.
Okay.
Maybe
Yeah,
Sponsor
I
Rock.
mean, actually, the funny thing is, when you check all those statistics especially in Spotify,
Mm.
the most of my listeners are from Scandinavia, and there is two like main countries. One is Norway, and the other one is Finland.
Mm.
So,
Cool.
yeah, so I guess at some point we're gonna go there. We tried last year to make 4 shows in Norway with my solo band a year ago.
Okay.
But yeah, but at the end it was not possible to fit the dates on the schedule. So yeah, for sure
Mm.
we're gonna try at some point. Yeah,
We hope
I did
next
just
year.
one show there once.
Oh,
It was with Gus G, and it was Uli John Roth also on the lineup. I
Mm.
don't exactly remember. It was a festival or something like that.
we
I
don't-
only remember. I only remember there was a pretty cool show. Yeah. So yeah, probably we're gonna come back.
Maybe
we
gonna
hope
see
so.
you in Tons of Rock one
Oh
day.
yeah, that would be something. Yeah, for sure.
But that's pretty big.
Yeah.
Cross fingers then. And your new album, Backbone, this year, 2025,
Yeah.
uh, has archived good sales in the industry. Are you going to continue singing as a solo project in addition to currently performance with Michael Schenker Group?
Well, I'm not with Michael anymore. I quit. Actually,
Okay,
yeah. Actually, I quit. I quit Michael Schenker before the release of my previous album,
solo.
Too Many Lies, Too
Okay,
Many. Yeah, there was that moment when I just felt like I was it was enough to play songs from other people all the time.
Mm.
right.
Though I loved to play with Michael and with Richie and everybody, and I do some covers on my shows, but You know,
You
I
need
was
your
feeling like, yeah, I needed to try by myself and to try to, to see if people is interested in the music that I can write and not only singing
right.
songs from other people. So I just quit Michael. I did my first album. It was fantastic, and that's why we're doing this second one.
Cool.
So you're writing all the songs yourself?
Yeah, with my guitar player, we write all together. We write the music and the structures together, and then I go and I write all the lyrics and the vocal lines and all this stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
And do you have plans to sing in Spanish too, or it's not in your
That,
plans?
that's something that everybody asks me, and it's funny because on this new Backbone album, there is a song we released as a second single, which is called Eternally,
Okay.
and that's a song I wrote with my friend Roy Z, and he's a Latino also. He has like Mexican roots,
Oh,
and
cool.
yeah, and he's always telling me you need to do something in Spanish. You need to do
Tienes que
something.
cantar español.
So yeah, I guess at some point I will do something, but right now I feel that that's not what I want to do. But yeah, at some point, why not?
Cool. So that, for example, following your dreams, there's something, everybody dreams with something, but in your case, all dreams are come true, or there's something in the middle you don't really realize yet, and do you want to create, to make something is not coming yet, but you say, I want to do this and go for it.
Well, I mean, you know that especially musicians, we always want more, of course.
Yeah,
But what is for sure is that I cannot complain in anything that I did so far. Not only in the professional side, but also on the personal side. I'm just a very happy guy doing what I love, and I feel very grateful
of
that
course.
especially how the business is going nowadays. I feel lucky that I can still make music and put the music out and make shows and people is buying tickets. I think that
Cool.
that should be enough, and that also could be a dream for any other young musician. So I feel complete with that. But obviously, if you ask me, there is something else that you want to do. It's also complicated because there is no many people that can say I play with this, and these other guys. I play with Richie, which is probably my favorite musicians from all times. I grow up listening Deep Purple, so
Hmm.
there is nothing can beat being with Richie on the same stage playing music together. So that's for me. It's like the main thing I will never do. There's nothing can beat that.
Right.
Um, Playing with Michael also, it was an honor. Making an album with Vandenberg, it was an honor also.
Hmm.
There are many things that I did that for any other singer would be impossible, because I was lucky. I was in the right time and at the right moment.
Right.
Um, but if you ask me if there is something else that I would love to do, is maybe to make a song with Tony Iommi from Black Sabbath. That would be something. Yeah,
Cool.
yeah,
Actually, I know you like David Coverdale from White
yeah,
Snake. Do
yeah,
you
yeah,
make something with him or not yet?
yeah. We met a couple of times in
Cool.
festivals some years
Yeah.
ago. He's a pretty cool guy. Yeah, it's one of my main influences also. Actually, I started to listen the first album I listened. I mean, rock album. It was Starkers in Tokyo from Whitesnake.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
I remember this friend of mine. We put the band together on school. He came with this cassette tape. With the
Charming
name
times.
written, with the name handwritten like a white snake, like we used to do on the 90s.
Right.
Yeah, I
uh,
remember.
yeah.
Cool.
So he came with this album, and it was an acoustic album, and with all the white snake songs, and I was just blown away. That was the first time I thought I want to be like this guy.
Metal.
So yeah, that was the beginning of everything. Mhm.
Now your dreams are come true then.
Yeah, absolutely. As I said before, I cannot complain in
No.
anything. I'm just a lucky guy.
Because
Lucky, but
you have been singing in the international song contest.
I've been in Eurovision, yeah.
How was that? Different?
Ooh, well, how to say it? I mean, at the end, it was an experience, of course. But if any other rock musician asked me, I would say that's not proper environment for a rock musician.
right. It's
Yeah,
more pop music than
We have actually
it's
two bands in Norway who's done that. So one is
yeah,
Wingman,
yeah.
and the
and
other
Jack.
I
one
think
is Bjørn Lande.
yeah, Eurovision. I think is not it's not about music. It's many other things.
It's a big
Uh,
show.
yeah, and
Of
the last one is the music.
Mm.
So so
Just a big
for
party.
just
Unfortunately,
for normal people like me, um,
it
it's
doesn't work.
something like we just don't fit there, you know.
No,
No more.
No.
no, the last time you make this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's true because we, as you say, you don't see actually so many metal bands in these festivals. You see more pop music and crazy
Yeah.
people really.
Yeah, but the
But
thing is, when I say this, the people always bring on the table Lordi, and I say, yeah,
uh,
that's true. Yeah, but Lordi, they were using costumes, they were
right,
make it up.
right,
So
yes,
it is something else.
it's show, but it's
Yeah,
basis more in the image, not in the music.
yeah. And then a lot of people were saying, yeah, but what about Maneskin? I say, Maneskin, sorry, but it's not rock music. That's
No,
my opinion.
It's like a
It's
pop
not rock
rock.
music. It's pop
It's not
music.
metal music. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think that
So
song
yeah.
was absolutely horrible.
I mean,
So
I don't judge. I think, I mean, every musician deserves respect and they can do whatever they want, but don't come. I mean, I grew up listening all those great bands. So when somebody say, "Yeah, this is rock," it's a rock band, I say, "No, that's not a rock band. That's something else."
Right. Like Ghost, for example. Do you know Ghost?
Yeah, yeah. That's
It's
also for me something like I don't understand. I mean, I understand it from the point of view that nowadays the people they see music, they don't listen music. So when you make music, you need to bring it with something that the people they can see, like
right,
customs, makeup, and big productions with pyro and big screens and all this stuff.
right,
And then you have that's why all those bands right now, like Ghost and Powerwolf and Sabaton and all those bands, they're successful right now because
mm,
they're good bands, they play good music, but there is something else
mm,
also, because they watch YouTube to listen to the music, and they go to the shows to see the pyro and the costumes and the makeup.
right.
So,
Unfortunately,
and I don't know if it's unfortunate, but it's the way it is. That's it. One thing for
mm,
sure is that it's something that I will never do.
right,
For me, music. I grew up in a different environment, and for me, music is something different. If you ask
right.
me, if you show me a concert of Ghost, and the people say, "Oh, look this," or Rammstein, for example, say, "This is incredible.
Rammstein.
Look at
Hmm,
all the fire and all this stuff," and I will just show to you the best live performance ever for a rock band, which is Deep Purple made in Japan, and you can see only five guys on the stage with not even a backdrop, you know,
right,
and it's something totally different. So for me, music is that. It's not
right.
about
That's true.
production. So
mm.
Cool. And
Do you play some instruments or are you just singing?
I play guitar. I play a little bit of drums because of my brother, because I grew up with a drum kit on my room. So
In your
I needed to
room?
learn a bit. Yeah, because with my older brother, we were sharing the same room, and he has a
Okay.
drum kit to practice. So obviously, after school, I was coming. I'm telling that I was like 8, 9 years old. I was coming back. Obviously, you see a drum kit. That's like a candy for a kid.
Yeah.
So, so you see, then you learn a little bit, and I learned the guitar also. There was a time where I was playing the bass, but not anymore. I can play a little bit of piano also, but not much.
Mm.
right.
Do you play any of those instruments in one of your albums or just singing?
There is a couple of acoustic guitars tracks that you can listen, but just little parts. Yeah,
Okay.
Right.
I leave that to the professionals.
And do you have kids? Do you have children?
Yeah, I have one children in Chile actually.
Okay.
But he's 22 now. It's not a kid anymore.
Oh, yeah. I
Uh,
mean, because I don't know if your kids or your son follow your steps as a musician or as a metal
yeah,
music.
actually, the Chilean one, he has a funny story. Yeah, he study he after school he wants to the university, and he started to study. It was engineering, I think. So after the first year of engineering, he talked to me and he said, "Listen, I don't like this. I don't like this career. I think I did a mistake. I don't like it, and I want to do something else." I say, "What do you want to do?" And I say, "I want to study music." And I
Right.
say, "Well, if you want to be poor, maybe that's a good decision." But I will. I say to him, I will recommend you to be a doctor or something like that. uh, but yeah, I wanted to study music, so now he's on the second year of the musical degree. Yeah,
Hmm.
Good.
and he's a good
Congratulations.
singer. He's a good
Oh,
singer,
nice.
and that's another funny story because when he started to this musical degree, obviously, it was sometimes on the weekends, especially. He was asking me like, can you send me some bucks because I have a party with some friends and all this stuff. And at the beginning I was sending money, and then suddenly I say, okay, listen, if you want money for, because I paid for everything else, but if you want money
Hmm.
for party, for beers or whatever it is, which I don't care, I'm not gonna tell you don't do this, don't do that, because I did when I was your age. So I told him, you need to find a job and you need to finance your own thing.
Hmm.
Right.
And yeah, so he came and he said, okay. And what he was doing, he was going to the markets on the weekends with a small amp and some backing tracks, and he was singing, right?
Mm.
So he was getting some coins, for from the people who was passing on the market. And then
Right.
the thing is, he was doing Sinatra songs, and
Oh.
Okay.
so the thing is, somebody filming, shoot him on TikTok, and it got
Oh.
viral. And
Oh, cool.
so then he got on the news, he got on the television, he was going to the TV shows, and suddenly got on this Got Talent show, and he got to the finals. So now he has his own career, which is pretty cool. Yeah,
Of course, that's nice. And
And
he did cite himself, not
yeah,
because of you, maybe. For him, maybe
yeah.
it's
That's
important too.
that's the way I learned it, and I think
Yeah,
that's a good way
of
to grow
course.
up by yourself. Yeah.
Good.
so
That's
one
nice.
day you can be on the same stage then.
Yeah, why not? Why not? Yeah, that would great because he can sing rock music also. So he has another
Oh.
band where they play rock music. It's
Good.
also classics like Steppenwolf and
Hmm.
Creedence and all that stuff.
Mhm.
So yeah, one day that will be a lot of fun. Yeah.
Cool. And you have an extensive European tour, as we asked before a little bit.
Yeah.
And maybe you come to Norway, but do you have plans to play in Latin America, Chile, Mexico, or Latin America?
I supposed to have like a more than a year ago. I supposed to have some shows in Mexico with my solo
Okay.
band,
Mhm.
but then we needed to stop it because the time frame we decided to go on, yeah, it was filled with another bands, and
Okay.
we thought that would be, it was Gamma Ray playing the same days. So
Oh.
I thought that that's not a good idea to go and try to make a show the same day than Gamma Ray, especially in Mexico, that I know they are
Why?
very popular.
Okay.
Yeah. So we just postponed the dates, but we are still in conversations with the promoter. So I supposed to go to Mexico for a few dates in the near future for sure.
Uh-huh.
In South America, we will see. We have a couple of offers to go with Gus. A couple of festivals. I think it's in Argentina and Brazil, but and then maybe we can, if those dates get confirmed, maybe we can set some more dates around. So, but we will see. Everything on the music business, everything runs very slowly.
And Chile is not included because I don't know if you play in Chile before, as now with your solo career.
No, I just did a festival, but I'm telling about probably 8 years ago. I was in Rainbow already, and I did a show with Walter Giardino from Rata Blanca.
Ya sí lo conozco.
I
Oh,
did a,
super
I did a show with him. I did a show with him in Santiago. Yeah,
cool. So you play with them then? It just Rata Blanca. Would you say Temple with
it
Walter
was Temple.
Jardine?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but not with Rata Blanca,
No,
or no.
which I mean, Temple is pretty much the same thing with the different singers. So
Yeah, I know.
yeah.
Actually, ellos son los padrinos de la Pajarraca Radio, Rata Blanca.
Ah, okay.
We are friends a little bit.
Okay.
But that's cool. And there's something funny, sometimes or always many funny stories share. No,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Happen on
Reasoning.
stage
Yeah,
or
yeah. Do you have some kind of funny story? Do you want to share with us? Always happen something in your
Well,
life.
when you're a musician, every day something happens, and
I know.
sometimes it's funny, sometimes it's not very funny, but shit happens all the time on the road, and this is always but there is something that happens to me recently while we were recording this Backbone album,
Okay.
and there's something that they didn't tell, because we had the album ready, mixed and mastered, ready to deliver to the record label. Uh, it was a Thursday, and we supposed to deliver the album on the next Monday, so in 4 days.
Mm,
And for the song I wrote with Ross Ballard, it's a song called Hideaway.
right.
For the guitar solo at the end, I wanted to have Key Marcello on the guitars.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, because I thought that the song is a little bit more commercial, and I felt like this part of the song needs like a Europe solo kind of. It has that vibe. So I
Right.
call him, and I told to him, "Do you want to make the guitar solo here?" And he was happy to do it. But the thing is, 4 days before to deliver the album to the record label, he was still not sending the tracks, and so it was on Friday,
Mhm.
and he sent me the tracks, but he told me, Ronnie, I did the guitar solo, but I want to tell you something that hopefully you can listen with an open mind. And I was like, what's going on? And he says, I did the solo, but I felt that I need to change the chords progression on the song. So that would means to re-record all the basses and the keyboards and all the stuff again. And
Everything. Yes.
yeah, and we are on the weekend, and I need to deliver the album on Monday.
3 days.
Yeah, it was
so,
crazy, I guess. Crazy
so
situation.
I was like, oh my God,
Ah,
what we gonna do? So we
really?
run, yeah, we run to do something. But the thing is, at the end, when we listened to the song, totally finished, I thought he was right. He
Okay.
was right. He was totally right to do this way. So actually, the stress and depression, it was worthy.
It
Of
was
course,
okay in
it
the
was
end.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
very good result.
Yeah,
Result.
exactly.
Nice. Now it's coming a little the funny part, maybe not for you because we are
All right.
Latinos. And it's
Okay.
difficult to pronounce La Pajarraca Radio for foreign people, but not for us, I guess.
Yeah.
So, can you record us a message like, "Hello, my name is Ronnie Romero, and you are listening to La Pajarraca Radio." One will be for La Pajarraca Radio, and another one for Noise in
All right.
Radio Fredrikstad. Is a radio in Norway, actually.
Hello, this is Ronnie Romero, and you're listening La Pajarraca Rock Radio. Hola amigos, soy Ronnie Romero y ustedes están escuchando junto conmigo La Pajarraca Rock Radio.
Muchas gracias.
Hello, everyone. This is Ronnie Romero, and you are listening Noise in Radio Fredrikstad.
Super.
Det ble absolutely perfect.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Because it's not so easy.
So now you're speaking Norwegian.
A little bit, yeah. Now I can talk with my friend Jorn Lande.
You can.
Yeah.
He was actually our neighbor.
All right.
Just
Yeah,
cross the water here. He was
All right.
living maybe 3-4 minutes from us.
All right. Cool.
And
Yeah,
then
it's
he
such a
moved
cool
to-
guy. Yeah.
And then
He
he
moved to
moved to Sweden.
Sweden. Yeah.
All right.
So-
Yeah, exactly.
But we're going to see him maybe in
14 days.
el 1 de noviembre. Yeah.
Okay. He has an anniversary show, right?
Yeah.
Hard Rock Adventures.
With the wigwam.
Okay, cool. All right.
So it'll be nice.
So hope we can see you soon here.
Hopefully.
Please, Ronnie.
You can send us a message if you come to Norway.
Yeah, of course, absolutely.
We
That would be
can keep
great.
in touch. Will be great.
Yeah, we keep in touch.
We play your music on both radios, not
Yeah.
just in La Pajarraca.
Thank you.
in
Thank
both
you very
radios.
much.
Something do you want to watch?
Send me the link for the interview once you have it.
I
Yeah,
will.
you will.
I will upload it on YouTube too. If you want,
All
I
right.
can send you all the interview if you want it.
Fantastic.
And we're going to play in La Pajarraca, and it's not live right now.
Alright.
And Noise. So
Yeah,
I don't know.
next
It's next week maybe. I will send you the date.
So you can
Super.
listen if you want.
Fantastic. Thank you very much.
So
Thank you so much.
Something do you want to watch the interview, Ronnie? Or
All good.
okay.
All good.
Thank you so much. This is for you.
Thank you. Nice to meet you. See you
Very
next
big
time.
success for your album.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.